Hi, I'm Saranya Watanodom, number 24, and
I'm Ivalin, police seat number 31.
today we will talk about the topic Become a Critical Thinker and Creative Problem Solver. Have you ever made a decision without thinking through all the consequences? In this chapter, you will learn to use your critical thinking and creative problem skills. After we researched and studied about the topic, we found that it is very useful not only for us, but also for everyone. This chapter is not just a general knowledge, but it is a life skill that everyone should know and adapt to use in their daily life. You have to make a decision to solve a problem. Conversely, some problems occur because of a decision you made. Many events in life do not just happen. They are the result of our choices and decisions. We make decisions every day. Even not taking is making a decision. In this chapter, you will learn to use critical thinking and creativity to help you solve problems and make effective and sound decisions.
The first skill that you will learn in this chapter is essential critical thinking skill. In the 1956 Taxonomy of Educational Objective, Benjamin Bloom and his colleague outlined a hierarchy of 6 critical thinking skills that colleagues require. There are 6 steps. The first one is knowledge. In most courses, you have to memorize lists, identify facts, complete objective tests, and recognize the recall term and information. Second, comprehension. You also need to demonstrate that you understand the material. You may be asked to state ideas in your own words. Outline key ideas and translate and other meanings. Third, application. You will be asked to apply what you have learned to the new situation. You may explore case study, solve problems, and provide examples to support your ideas. You can learn application by applying ideas to your own work life. Fourth, analysis. You will be asked to break apart ideas and relate them to other concepts. Answer essay question, identify assumption, and analyze value. You will be compared and contrast idea or subject, such as economic theory or two works of art. Fifth, synthesis. You will be asked to integrate ideas, build on other skills, look for interconnection, create a defend a position, improve and accepting ideas or design, and develop creative ideas and new perspective. You might compose a song or research way that the community project affect on the areas of the community. And last one, evaluation. You will be asked to criticize the position, form conclusion, and judgment. List advantage and disadvantage of the project or an ideas, and develop and use criteria of evaluating and decision. You can develop evaluation skill by using standard for evaluating speech in class, evaluating group project, and being open to suggestions from your study group or instructor.
Next skill that we would like to present is the problem-solving steps. You must exercise and apply your critical thinking skills when solving problems and making decisions. The problem-solving process can be broken down into 4 major steps. First, define the problems. Try to ask a lot of questions like what are you trying to find out or what is known and unknown. Second, gather and interpret information. Be sure you have all the information you need to solve the problem and make a decision. Try to see the problems from different angles. Third, develop and implement a plan of action. How would this plan work? Eventually, you need to act on your decision and choose an appropriate strategy. Ask yourself what information would be helpful. And last one, you need to observe the consequences of the decision over the time and reflect on what other options may have worked better.
So let's make it clearly. For example, you are going late for school. Fortify the problem which is you are going to late for school. Next step, gather and interpret the information. You will be found that the roots of the problems are you forget to set alarm, getting bed late or don't have motivation to go to school. And if you continue doing this, you will miss the important information in class. Next step, develop and interpret a plan of action. Having a motivation to go to school and plan your schedule precisely. And last step, evaluate the plan, which is have enough sleep can make you feel fresh when you get up, making you want to go to school.
Critical thinking and problem solving will help you make day to day. Having a positive attitude is the first step to help you make decisions. Your attitude influences how you solve a problem or make a decision. Think of problems as a puzzle to solve rather than difficulties to avoid. For example, you may have a negative attitude toward math or science, considering it irrelevant or too difficult. Choose to see problem or situation in the best possible light. Next, ask questions. It is difficult to solve a problem without knowing all the facts and opinion, or at least as many as you can find out. Third, persistence pays off. You won't solve every problem with your first effort. Sometimes you need a second or third try. Analytical thinking requires time, persistence, and patience. Fourth, you use creativity. You should learn to think in new and fresh way. Look for interconnections and brainstorm many solutions. Good problem solvers explore many alternatives and evaluate their strengths and weakness. Fifth, pay attention to details. They think about what could go wrong, recheck calculations, and look for errors. They gather all relevant information and prove or ask questions. Next step, see all the sides of the issues. Think critically about what you read, hear, and see in newspaper and on the internet. As you read, question sources and viewpoints. Last step, you reasoning effective problem solving, check their inferences to see if they are sound, not based on assumptions which often reflect their own experiences and biases. Ask yourself, what makes me think this is true? Could it be wrong? Are there other possibilities? Effective problem solvers do not jump to conclusions.
When you were young, you will asking everything you want to know without considering. When you grow up, you become reluctant and sometimes even nervous to ask for help. Or when simply talking with friends, you may think asking questions will seem like you are prying or nosy or behind the latest trend. Here's a little tips for asking questions. Course questions, fact-finding questions, follow-up questions, open-end questions, feedback questions. These are few types of asking questions to help you overcome your reluctance and learn how to formulate questions.
Some thought and belief are clearly irrational with no evidence to support them. Solving problems requires critical thinking and frequent self-assessment of your thought and belief. Here are some common errors in judgment of faculty thinking that interfere with effective critical thinking. Stereotypes are judgments held by a person or group about the member of another group. Held by a person or group about the member of another group. Snap judgment are decisions made before gathering all the necessary information or facts. Unworried assumptions are beliefs and ideas you assume are true in different situations. Projections is the tendency to attribute others some of own traits in attempt to justify your own faulty. judgment, or actions. Sweeping generalization apply when appearances to whole group or issues. The halo effect is the tendency to label a person good at many things based on one or two quality or actions. Negative labeling is focusing on an identity with shortcoming either you or other instead of saying I made a mistake when I quit going to my math and study group. You tell yourself I'm a loser.
The next lesson is creative problem solving. Creativity is thinking of something differently and using new approach to solve problems. First thing first, expect to be creative. Use affirmation that reinforce your innate in creativity like I am a creative and resourceful person and have many imaginative and unusual ideas. Next one, habit often restrict you from trying new approach to problem solving. Often there is more than one solution. List many alternatives and imagine like consequences of each. Use game, puzzle, and humor. Rethinking and assignment as a puzzle challenge or game instead of difficult problems. Open your mind and encourage your idea side. Brainstorming is a common strategy for freezing feeling and imagination. You can brainstorm alone, but a group may be more effective for generating as many ideas as possible. Even silly and irrelevant ideas can lead to truly inventive ideas. Change mindset, perceptual distortion can influence how you solve problems and make decisions. Change your routine. Try a different route to work or school. Read different kinds of books. Spend time with people who are different from you and both sides of the brain. When you develop and integrate both sides of your brain, you become more imaginative, creative, and productive. Acknowledge your style. Your personality type or learning style may coincide with the way you approach problem solving. Keep a journal, collect stories of creative people and what they did that is unique. Write in your journal about risks you take and what you have learned from this experience. Evaluate, go to each step and examine your work. Look at what you know and don't know, and examine your hypotheses. Talk about problems with your study team and see if there are any ways to solve them. Allow failure. Mistakes are stepping stone to grow and creativity. Eliminate the fears and shame of failure experienced in earlier years and learn to admit mistakes. Practice and be persistent. Problem solving requires discipline and focused effort. Learning any new skill takes time, practice, and patience.
Critical thinking and creative problem solving are essential for success in mathematics, science, and computer science courses. Information that is also vital for job and life success. Basic arithmetic can help you figure out a tip, and restaurant algebra can help you compute the interest on a loan. Basic probability can help you determine the chance that a given event will occur, and statistics can help you collect, analyze, and interpret data. Let's take a look for problem-solving strategy for math and science. These are samples problems to help you practice these strategies. Make a model or diagram. Physical models, object diagram, and drawing can help organizing information, can help you visualize problem situations. Second, draw, illustrate, and make tables, charts, or lists. This way of organizing data present in a problem helps you look for patterns. Third, look for pattern and connections. A pattern is a regular systematic repetitions that help you predict what will come next. Next, act out the problem. Sometimes it helps to physically act out the problem. Simplify. Sometimes the best way to simplify a problem is first to solve easier cases of the same problem. Translate word into correlations, highlight visuals and verbal learning by showing connections between word and numbers. Write an equations that models that problems. Estimate, make a reasonable guess, check the guess and revise. Work backwards and eliminate, summarize in the group. Work in the group is the best way to integrate all learning styles, keep motivation and interest active, and generate lots of ideas and support. And last one is take a quiet break. If your group can't find a solution to the problems, take a break. Sometimes it helps to find a quiet spot and reflect.
Many people suffer from math and science anxiety, so we bring overcome math and science anxiety lesson that can help you to deal with these problems. Firstly, do you prep work? Don't fake a math or science class if you haven't taken a proper prerequisites. Keep up and review often. If you prepare early or often, you will be less anxious. Discipline yourself. Focus on attention away from your fears and concentrate on tasks at hand. Jot down ideas and formulas, draw pictures, and write out the problems. Study in group study encourages creativity, interaction, and multiple solution. You will build confidence as you learn to think out loud. Brainstorm creative solutions and solve problems. Have a positive attitude. Choose to focus on the positive feeling you have when you are confident and in control. Replace negative and defending self-talk with positive. Dispute the myth, and there's no basis for belief that gender is determined math ability nor skill in math or science unfeminine. Success in math and science requires creative thinking. Ask for help. Don't wait until you are in trouble or frustrated. Talk with an instructor, visit the learning center, get a tutor, and join a study group.
There are 5 ways to apply the adult's learning cycle to overcome maths and science anxiety. First, relate. Why do I want to learn this? Avoiding maths and science closed door and limits opportunities. This is essential knowledge I'll use in all facets of life. Second, observe. How does this work? I'll observe people who are good at maths and science. What do they do? I'll also observe and learn from the mistake of people who experience anxiety and don't do well. Third, reflect. What does this mean? I'll look for connections and association with other types of anxiety and apply what I learned. Do. What can I do with this? Each day I'll work on one area. For example, I'll maintain a positive attitude as I approach math and science classes. Teach. Whom can I share with this? Demonstrate and teach others the method I've learned. Marina and Joseph, Cosette, who are restaurant owners. This is the case study that we would like to bring up to be an example. Marina Cosette and her husband, Joseph, have recently opened a small restaurant that serves foods from their homeland of Russia. Starting their restaurant was a great deal of work. They had to get the correct permits, remodel and access buildings, purchase equipment, and plan the menu. The couple works long hours, 6 days a week, before opening the restaurant at 11 a.m. Marina makes bread while Joseph mixes together the traditional dish they will serve. Then Marina remains in the kitchen to cook and prepare dishes while Joseph waits table and run the cash register. At the end of the day, the couple washes the dishes and clean the restaurant together. Although the restaurant is closed on Monday, Marina and Joseph used that day to plan the next week's special and purchase food and other supplies. Despite their hard work, the couple has made only enough money to cover costs. Only recent Monday afternoon, The two restaurateurs brainstormed ways to attract more customers. The restaurant is located in a quiet neighborhood on the edge of district where many Russian immigrants live. So far, almost all of their customers have been Russian. Joseph and Marina realized they need to do more to attract other residents to their restaurant. They decide to host an opening house and invite everyone living within a mile radius of the restaurant. Then they decide to add a couple of popular American dishes and offer a discount on coupon. Soon the restaurant was attracting more customers and the business began to show a profit. In my opinion, Joseph and Marina use critical thinking and problem solving strategies, which is creativity, pay attention to detail, and see all sides of issues. Eventually, they can find a solution to solve the problem and can accomplish their goals in the end.
Scott Adams, who is cartoon artist, he been described as a techie with the social skill of mouthpad. He not the sort of fellow you expect to exact middle attention. However, pick up a newspaper, turn to the comics. You will find him. Here's Dilbert. Cartoonist Scott Adams created this cartoon strip character who daily lampoons corporate American and provide a humorous outlet for employees everywhere. Though Adams was creative at a young age, his artistic endeavors were discouraged early on. The famous artist school rejected him at age 11. Years later, he received the lowest grade in the college drawing class, practically replaced creativity. In 1979, Adams earned a BA in economics from Harvard College in Wynwood, New York, and in 1986, an MBA from University of California at Berkeley. For the next 50 years, Adams settled uncomfortable into a series of jobs, a defined description, ironically, the frustration of the workplace. Flowers, power-driven co-workers, and bosses and sales like cubicles. Through his imagination, Adam began doing and Divers was born. Encouraged by others, Adam submitted his work to United Media, a major cartoon syndicate. He was offered a contract in 1989. A Dilbert debuted in 90 national newspaper Today. Dilbert appeared in 2,000 newspapers in 70 countries and was the first syndicate cartoon to have its own website. It's such a mass exposure, coming up with new ideas for cartoons could be a challenge. However, Adam found the perfect sauce. He gets hundreds of messages a day from workers at home and abroad. He hopes that through his creative invention, solutions will develop for the problems he lies. I think one of critical thinking and problem-solving strategy that helped him accomplish his career is persistent payoff. Because he practiced a lot.
Case study in the classroom. Gloria Ramon is a single mom who works part-time and lives and attends school in the inner city. She is eager to complete her education, begin her career, and earn a higher salary. She is a medical record student who wants her classes to be practical and relevant. Her school requires a class in critical thinking, but she is resisting it because she sees no practical application to her job. Her attitude is affecting her attendance and participations. First question is offer idea to help Gloria see the importance of critical thinking in decision making. In my opinion, making decisions through critical thinking and problem-solving strategy can help her to make the best and the flawless choice. Second one is help her to connect decision in school with job decision. Firstly, she should have a positive attitude. She will be open minded to accept the critical thinking classes. Another thing, she should find the pros and cons of each issue and also use reason before making a decision.
Case study in the workplace. Cherie is now an office assistant for a team of doctors. He is also taking evening class, working toward a healthcare administration degree. She has received praise for her work, but wants to eventually move up to office manager or work for the healthcare company. Cherie is very interested in the insurance industry and loves to solve problems. New issues arise every day, and she has decisions to make. She has a lot of practice predicting results and using critical thinking to solve problems. Cherie enjoys most of her course, but dread in the class of finance and statistics because he has math anxiety. The question is, what strategy in this chapter could help Cherie overcome math anxiety? According to overcome math and science anxiety, discipline yourself, study in a group can help her through these problems. The next question is, what are some affirmations Cherie could use to help her develop a positive attitude about math? For me, I recommend you to keep asking for help on the question that she doesn't understand from her coworkers and always review it often. And this is all of our presentation. We have been working hard to share a fascinating content, and we hope that you all enjoy and can apply critical thinking and solving problems in your future life.
Thank you.
Thank you.